voice is warmed the fuck up.
Welcome back to WCBL Week 1 Power Rankings. This is totally the first time we're recording this. No screw-ups. I'm back once again with my co-host, Nada.
Hi, this is the first time that we tried this. Saying this for the record books and for admins watching this. We're good co-hosts. Hi.
So starting off, we both have Slimy rank 10th. This week he brought Zora, Volcarona, Ferroform, Mimikyu, Mega Blade, and Greninja against Liam's Landorus, Fairy, Florges, Lucario, Dragalge, Melodic, and Megazord X.
Yeah, I think he probably made more misplays than anyone else in the bottom 5, which is why I put him down so low, because his differential could, even if his matchup wasn't that great, because he didn't have any defensive answers for Zardex, he could have at least...
maybe Kofag, which he didn't bring.
Which he did not bring, that's true. He also didn't really play around it too well to begin with, depending on what his Gallade set was, because he wasn't switching in any of his offensive mons, and I guess didn't address the threat very seriously. He
didn't even bring Scarfinator King to outspeed the Megazord X.
No,
basically no answers except for maybe the Greninja, which died turn 1 because Landorus survived an Ice Beam with the Yachi and took it out with Superpower.
That's true. I also had an issue with his mid game turn where he clicked rocks on his Ferrothorn when Charizard was clicking Outrage, because it ended up. I mean,
saying with
more conservatively, it could have worked out, like forcing Liam to switch around to whittle his mons, but he was risky for it to
also
really make...
when Charizard was locked into Outrage after Mega Blade's bulk up, he decides to go for Poison Jab instead of stab fighting, which is like...
I don't know why I did that.
Even if he was going to switch it, more likely to be the Landorus than the Florges, which is what Poison Jab would be used for.
That's true, though. I guess the middle ground play there would have been the any psychic move that he didn't have. Psycho Cut, but that, I feel like that would have killed the Charizard. I need to check it.
Probably could have at +1, even if
+1.
There's the flinch chance.
That's true, but he was at full health, so I don't know.
Speculations.
Feel like you should what?
Speculations are nice.
Moving
on to, unless you want to have anything else to say about his late game.
I would have liked to see Volcarona do something. I think Barb's, letting his Ferrothorn go would have been much better than the Volcarona, even if it killed the Charizard. Because he could, realistically, he could set up on any of his special attackers, any of Liam's special attackers, and it could have killed the Landorus. So I think that would have been his one chance, and I would have really liked to see it. So I'm disappointed, I guess. I'm hoping to see better from him next week, when I don't know who he's facing, because I'm not paying attention to the doc. Don't worry, I have it up now.
Got it.
I guess that's it for me.
I don't really have anything else to add as well. So moving on to your number 9, my number 7, JS. In this match, JS brought Weavile, Rotom, Heat, Blastoise, Gliscor, Mew, and some sort of Safali.
It was normal. I didn't really catch the color on it. I don't think Showdown said.
Oh, I'll just go freeze real quickly till it comes in. I have
Like
all the
hidden power was
replays.
normal on it.
Gosh dang, Chrome being slow.
This battle is too long. That's what I think. First.
Gosh darn.
So that's more Spec's fault. Let's see. They're like a light pink, but I'm assuming he doesn't have multi-attack. I don't know the rest of the set. Besides Flame, Charge, and Zen Headbutt, so normal sounds about.
It's a rock type, so Volley Rock.
Whoa, okay. That's interesting, I guess. I would explain why the HPS is neutral. Cool. And he had Weavile.
Yeah.
And
Spectrum brought Mega Pidgeot, Como, Bisharp, Mimikyu, Tangela, and Toxapex. So, why I kind of have JS higher up in this grouping of 5 is because he probably had the best chance of these 5 of winning. It just came down to a very long game of stall. But at the end, my problem was he decided to save Mew over the Rotom Heat, and I felt like Rotom Heat could have done more in the end game when it was just down to Mega Pidgeot, Toxapex, and Mimikyu.
Yeah.
Instead of the Mew, which
wasn't really doing stuff besides the Toxapex, which everything else could handle.
Yeah. So
I
basically just that end part he misplayed.
Yeah. He had like a few opportunities where things could have went in his favor, like the Silvally possibly flinching Toxapex, or Weavile coming in instead of the Rotom on what I'm assuming can't be a fair, like Mimikyu's going to go for the Ghost move and it can't do a K well. So that it would have, I do agree, he probably had the best chance of winning out of the 5. I just think that their Spectrum pivoting around as well as made JS a little like systematic in how he's gonna like maneuver around with Rotom Heat, Gliscor, and I guess also if his Gliscor had something to hit the Pidgeot,
like a Stone Edge, maybe.
Yeah, like anything can hit it. Since
except Earthquake.
That's true. I'm
assuming it's like Earthquake, Toxic,
Defog,
Roost.
Which
person
keeping his rocks would be fine. Or even could have done better, but I wish I did know a set. What else am I?
Also, problems with JS was he never pulled the trigger when he had the Rotom Heat on, and never went for predicted the switch into the wall like Tangela or Toxapex.
You're right. He was going pretty conservative. He was playing conservatively with it, which he should have stopped doing when he had his leftovers knocked off. I feel like because the it's not even that it was getting whittled. I just think him having no cover. I think him having double status on his Rotom. It's not really the. He had Thunder Wave, Wisp, which I could understand Wisp to an extent, but having like a Pain Split for the Toxapex or the Tangela would have suited him better, I think. I didn't like That's prep.
Then he wouldn't have to predict as much with which walls coming in because he'll regain health no matter what on their bulky.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think there's just like 2 major like instances where things could have changed, but one was luck based. One was just being really risky, so I'm willing to keep him at the bottom until he can show me his moves.
Okay, so moving on to your number. No, my number 9. Your number 6. TB. This week, TB went up against CB and lost 5-0. He brought Alolan Muck, Breloom, Linoon, Gengar, Celesteela, Donphan against CB, Stack Attacker, Cresselia, Vaporeon, Crobat, Electros, and Kyurem Black.
Do you want to start since this is your game?
I'll let you start since you have him higher up.
All right. I do think his matchup was probably least in his favor out of all of the bottom, but he made a few misplays as well. Really thinking about it, because I always think things through better after procrastinating a bunch, I would have put Justin higher, or like Justin at 6 and TB at 7. Let's see, Terravolt. I think Braylon would have been great for the late game, but he sacked it way too early. I'm unsure of what he was trying to predict in the beginning, but generally people shouldn't predict on the first turn because it just sets your whole tone for the game, and if it's bad, then most of the time it's a guaranteed loss. I think, as opposed to Celesteela, which didn't have a great matchup, I think Rotom W with screens or a Mega Ampharos would have been better for him to gain some momentum with, because he much had it for the entire game. But most of it had to do with like ear control, which is why I put you at the top. That is all I have, actually.
I also agreed with the Rotom Wash being brought, but I think Celesteela had its place, seeing as how usually Stack Attacker can't really hit it.
Well, I don't know what else he would remove. Everything...
Maybe the Linoon, because it's usually in either hit or miss with the belly drum. I don't, but that's just more probably my playstyle. I don't like having a 50-50 risk like that.
I think he could have handled Crobat when nothing else really did besides Celesteela, and
if
you already
brought the Rotom Wash, then it could have helped with the Crobat.
Okay.
Vault switch.
Sorry, the Linoon could have handled the Electros and the Vaporeon better.
I was also thinking maybe Rotom Wash with like a Trick Scarf or choice item to stop my walls, and support mods, which really is what my team is based around, is like supporting these few threats that I do have.
That's true.
With the Breloom, I'm pretty sure we discussed it, and why he went for that Mach Punch was because he doesn't really have anything on his team that wants to switch into an Ice Beam from Kyurem B, and he wants to get the chip and keep it weak so that Mons can easily take care of it.
Man, the Mach Punch would have been so great. I would have definitely Mach if I were him. Though he was probably thinking a Dragon move would come in, and I forget what his fairy is, but I'm not sure what he stood up to Kyurem Black.
His fairy is Sylveon.
Alright, just Braylon had time with this
I also
game.
put him lower probably because of that misplay with the Donphan, forgetting that Terravolt goes through Sturdy and basically letting me set up those screens with Cresselia. to get the sweep at the end.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, when it comes down to it, he just didn't really press for a trick room set, which obviously that would be the best set to bring. You can talk about that more, but
don't want to reveal all my tech.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say, or can we move on to our next one?
About I don't know. I wish I knew more about this Gengar set, but I didn't. If he posted his team, I didn't see.
He didn't post it.
Okay. I mean, maybe I will. Yeah, we'll look at it, and then you can talk about it. You can talk about your side. Why you put
on to my number 8, your number 7, Justin, coach of the Kentucky Crocodiles.
Mm-hmm.
He brought Tentacool, Mega Scizor? Is it Mega Scizor on his team?
I think it is. Yeah, it's Mega Scizor.
Tangrowth, Heatran, Pangoro, and Salamence against your Blastoise, Megalopunny, Hoopa Unbound, Blacephalon, Staraptor, and Olivani.
Yep.
I'll start, I guess, with Justin. First off, his really only answer to your Blacephalon that he brought was that Pangoro. And then he basically lost it super early without doing anything to the Blacephalon. I also thought that Salamence didn't really play that much, was not really a good bring this week, mainly because it would need that Dragon Dance to outspeed your mons and get a kill. I thought that maybe Raikou would have been better, giving him a bulkier mon with like maybe Calm Mind or even Specs. False Switch initiative on your team, even if you brought like Piloswine, which is your only resist. I feel like Electric is really good against your team.
I did consider bringing Piloswine, and in mocks I found that Raikou was a way better bring than I expected, so I sort of had Annie lead for it so that I could pressure him to spin and then Side Shock with Tentacruel. But I understand his Pangaro being an answer to special Hoopa because his matchup was pretty bad in the sense that he didn't have defensive answers for Blacephalon and Hoopa together.
He didn't even bring like AV Heatran, which is like one of the best answers.
That's true.
Not even a Shuka to take the hidden power ground.
No, that was my bring instead because I knew he wouldn't roar one of them. So I think he should have probably had the rocks up way earlier, like regardless of me leading with my Staraptor perspective. I found that like after losing Blastoise and Mox, that he just needs to shuffle around my team because it's fairly weak to hazards and like use the tank to make me stack mons. But I guess he was sort of just banking on
hello? If you're speaking, I can't hear you. Nada. Nada. Oh, maybe it's my internet. That's really shitty. Yeah. My Discord is freaking out. Nada. What is wrong with my... Oh, my internet went down. Wow, this isn't good. Let's see if I can get it back up. Hello? Am I back?
Oh. Hello. I think that was initially. I just don't.
My internet went down.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes, so you got cut off there.
That's okay. If I could start from like a point in the game, I could re-explain myself.
We were talking about Shuka on Heatran, and then you were talking about how your team is weak to rocks and how you should have gotten them up sooner.
Yeah, well, I think if he just pressured my Blastoise, which he really couldn't with any of his mons except for Tentacle, which he had to save for my Blacephalon to begin with, you would have had a better time. Like, he at that point, he should have stopped worrying about defensive answers to my mons since he was having a really hard time with it, and he should have just brought Raikou over Pangoro or Salamence, either. Really?
Felt like Pangoro was a good answer to your Hoopa, though.
It was. I just realistically I drain punched and killed it, but I had more so the Tangrowth, which I guess wasn't staying in to begin with, so I sort of at that point used it as a because he's threatened by it as he should be. I don't think he should have Dragon Dance with the Salamence IMO because well, no, I guess it didn't matter. The result would have been the same. I think Buffalo actually had a role to kill the Salamence from full, which is a little unfortunate that it didn't. So I would have gotten that sweep way earlier, if not that, but
everyone wants the sweep.
That's true.
You can't all be me with stack attack.
You're right. You gotta stick myself at the bottom for that reason. For the bottom of the winners, I guess.
So moving on to the last of our bottom half, I guess, is Gels? Gels is the coach of Infernapes?
Yes.
I don't know how to pronounce this game. Don't.
For Gels.
He had to face Matt week 1, which is wah. Matt's probably the best batter in the league.
Already, it's like, well, I'm glad he's still here, I guess.
First off, I really felt like he should have brought the Clefable because it's probably his best answer to the Hawlucha. Sure, Arcanine gets Intimidate, but Swords Dance and whatnot, having that unaware fairy would have been super useful for it, especially since...
It could have been good for the Latias, or Latias.
Same, as well.
Yeah.
Not really sure why Manaphy was brought. Is it his Zmon? His Manaphy? His Zmon?
I believe so.
Oh, then he probably could have set up...
Not on the dock! Let me see.
I'm not on the dock. I have the replays pulled up.
I mean, I'm on the dock, and no one put on which I did it late. That's why.
Where did his Zmons go? Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
I feel like someone keeps on messing with me because I update these things, but they never changed.
Potentially. Okay, his Zmons are Manaphy and Weezing.
Yeah,
so
Manaphy
that's why.
Weezing. I'll update that.
Yes, he didn't have much for Scarf Coco though. Thanks. Now that's
oh. That's wrong. Want the letters.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
I can keep talking. Mm-hmm. His matchup, I mean, this is sort of a testament to his draft, like the lack of removal and sort of electric weakness. He didn't have much for the combination of Coco and Latias and Hollow Chip, which Matt didn't even have to use.
Oh yeah, it's Megalati. Oh my gosh, why did we allow Megalati?
Yeah. They both handled each other's checks, quote unquote, pretty well. So it sort of kept Gels in the defensive regardless of the freezes, I think.
I felt like Gels probably could have had won without the freezes since Meloetta basically ate things up and whatnot.
That's very true. Though,
which is why I have him at 6, which is the top of the bottom. It's like 2 freezes from Ice Beam. It's like, what are you gonna do to combat that? Keeping it to a 2-0 is like really good.
That's true. He didn't really have much of a chance to showcase anything else. So I was feeling more like I was missing something. But the game is very quick, which isn't really anyone's fault. I think Kalucha could have handled the Meloetta regardless, but the freeze would have. Yeah, it would have saved him differential to not be frozen, regardless of whether or not he won.
Would have been extremely close with the plays that were being made.
That's true. Like, I think Meloetta could have killed.
In the end game, Meloetta probably could have won it with a few calm lines.
That's true.
Seeing as how Kogo wouldn't do much with calm lines up, and it could take out Halucha with a psychic. It all depends on taking the hit and whatnot.
Whatever set Mao was running, it's admittedly high jump.
So moving on to the top 5.
All right.
Your number 5, my number 3, Spectrum, coach of the Hearthstone Hoopers. So,
want me to go first?
Sure, why not?
I guess I'm just feeling the salt because I put him this low because his wall core, like, he could have done so much more with hazards, I think differential wise, put him up because of course shuffling things around so well. But he or even toxic spikes with Toxapex. But that didn't happen. He had one chance really early, or not really early, because the game was really long. In the middle, if he saved Z move, like instead of using it on the blast attack, which is, I think, his only way of keeping himself in the game, he could have swept really early on with the Como O, and he did not, though. I understand he's a bit risk averse, so it's just a little bummy. But I think he really didn't have to. He could have played safe for the whole thing, and he did. So I'm not seeing too much skill in comparison to the people that I put a little higher. Liam, barely more skill.
I can see what you're trying to say. I mainly only have him at 3rd because my bottom 3 moved up to the top 5, and I basically kept them in order for 5, 4, and 3.
That's fair.
Spectrum probably did his best with pivoting, like knowing which ones to pivot into and keeping his walls healthy to slowly wear down JS is probably his best move he could do for the game.
Very easy to do with the regen core. I don't have anything else to say. Like, this game makes me sad because it just feels long.
For some reason, I wrote down that he probably should have brought Darm over Mega Pidgeot, and I don't remember why. I don't know why I wrote that down.
No, if it came down to Pidgeot or Gliscor, or Pidgeot or Darm versus Gliscor, I think that wouldn't have been.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm wondering why you have it. JS.
Maybe you're already on week 2. I thought you didn't write notes.
What?
I thought you didn't write notes.
Shh. I don't.
Okay.
I clearly did not write down any notes. I'm clearly doing this on the spot, obviously.
You're great improviser. Okay.
But no, I actually do write down notes.
Alright.
Okay, so moving on to my number 5, your number 2. Matt. Don't know why you have Matt so high up when you basically won because of freezes. Would have been a whole lot closer otherwise. It's like, sure, it's a win, but it's kind of a shitty win. It's like...
It definitely was. I think so. I just think that the freezes allowed him to save Coco's item and Halucha as well, because those two probably also had a really good time with the team since Rhyperior got sacked, essentially. The thing about the freeze on Rhyperior was that switching in on Veladios wasn't really the best play, and having it, like, because it wouldn't have, like, Gels wouldn't have speed the next turn. So it let Coco run through him.
Been sacking. Mainly because his Meloette was frozen. It's like, is he going to switch into his frozen Meloette and let Megalati set up even more Calm Minds and then completely sweep his team, or go into something, take the hit, go down?
Aerodactyl died, I think Matt didn't really have to do much to take advantage of Gel's draft weaknesses, I think.
I wouldn't fault him for sacking the Rhyperior to the Megalati when he could go into something and revenge kill afterwards.
Okay, that because Shaman was so weak, it just let Coco run through him essentially. Which
maybe instead of Leech Seed and Assault Vest set.
No, that would have been interesting to see.
Psychic, Earth Power, Seed Flare.
Okay.
Oh, she's listening on to us.
I didn't say that. Okay.
Rude.
I didn't. I mean, realistically, I see Matt staying in the top 3-ish. Just spoilers, depending on the.
I see you voted against me. I think you even locked. Did you lock against me? Or
I did. I didn't know who else to lock against. Because I was feeling really unsure.
So you're sure that Matt's going to body me? Okay, I got it.
I'm mocked with him. I think he has a great chance, but I really don't want that to discourage you, because I don't want you to think that I'm manipulating you.
Don't worry. I'm going to finesse him so hard. I'm proving everyone wrong.
All right, that's the spirit. Okay.
I even converted you to vote for me. What a schmuck.
All right. If he was real, you wouldn't need to convince him.
Yeah, so a win for Matt, even if it's because of freezes, it's still a win. So guess move him up to the top 5. Hopefully he can prove that his team is still good, even though it has 3 water types.
Well, I mean, I'll overlook it. They all do different things. I don't have anything else to say about him. If you want to move on?
Sure. To your number 4, my number 1, Liam.
I think if I am going to go first, that he didn't have to do much in terms of making good plays around Slimy's plays. He was doing a good enough job attacking and what's in front of him.
Hold up, I gotta
You wanna?
turn choose volume to 0 so you can't interrupt again. Why I have Liam first is basically because, once again, basically why I have 5, 4, and 3 where they are is because I put him first in post-draft with the team he had, and then he basically got the 5-0, which is a great start to the season, even if it's because his opponent had a poor matchup and played poorly.
That's true.
Like,
and I ended up moving him a little up. Or he was either 4 or 5. Liam didn't move for me much at all.
Oh, I basically moved everyone except Liam because he was already number 1. And why move someone down when they win with a 5-0? When no one got a 6-0.
No one got a 6-0. That's the case. Why didn't you move yourself up higher?
Just because I got a 5-0.
Okay, true.
I have him silenced so I can't hear him if he's saying anything.
Alright, I don't know if I should do that because my sensitivity is not too high.
I'm always harder on myself, so
okay.
Don't want to move myself up to the top spots.
Alright, I think your one is pretty skillful. There he goes.
Moving on to my number 4, your number 1, me, Coach CB.
Speaking of, great. We're great at seconds.
The greatest in the universe, me.
Stack a sweep. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I like to talk about myself. So first off, going into the game, I'm like, hey, let's try and weaken down his whole team with Carbon B so that I can set up a stack up sweep. What I really just needed to weaken was get rid of the Dawn Fan Sturdy and get rid of the Breloom. Because basically those were his only 2 answers to stack Attacka. I basically did that, seeing as how he let Breloom get knocked out right off the bat, and then he let his Dawn Fan go down, forgetting that Sturdy is not useful when you have a Carbon Black. And basically, yeah, he let me get up screens with Cresselia, and then set up a Trick Room Anti-Gravity with Stack Attacka.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much.
He probably could have kept the differential probably 1 less or so if he actually brought a proper Celesteela set with like Protect and Leech Seed, because that means
the only correct Celesteela set.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, some people say that I won if I had 1 less turn of Trick Room, he would have won with the reverse Lanoon sweep, but that's not true, because Lanoon after the attack was like slimmest of red, and like Cresselia still could take 1 hit from the Lanoon.
Okay. You also had 4 of them on.
So I still would have won, but not as much in stack attack. I wouldn't have gotten the sweep, sadly.
That's true. It was just manufactured to perfection, essentially, and it was enjoyable to see. That plays into why I have you so high.
No one expects gravity.
Okay.
Best answer to Celesteela. Keep it on the ground with gravity and hit it with a ground move.
That was very nice. Man, those were my notes. I bolded a line of text that just says stack a sweep over and over. So
I probably could have lost because when I made the team, I forgot that Lanoon got Stomping Tantrum?
Stomping Tantrum?
Yeah, I forgot it got that, which would totally demolish Stack Attack.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad he didn't set up the belly drum on my Vaporeon.
Okay, because you do a status move then.
So I could have lost.
I suppose. Like, there's definitely, I understand, like we talked about, him maybe not have bringing Lanoon, but he sort of Kieran B answers, which is why it was okay. Like, it all worked out. So
No one has an answer for Karen Black.
Karen Black and Stack Attacker? Not a chance.
Nope. Body's everything.
Yeah.
I can either lead with Stack
There.
set up a trick room, weaken everything, and then let Karen Black sweep, or let Karen Black with a scarf weaken everything and then sweep the stack up. No one can stop it. Unless they have a fighting type.
Are you? I was gonna say there's just one weakness that you have. Yeah, Halusha might be an issue for you. Wink wonk.
Thinking emoji. Do I have answers to it? 0. Definitely not that Cresselia. Cresselia is definitely not being brought. That's a resist.
Crobat. Man, you're just giving yourself. I didn't mean for that to happen. I'm so sorry. I'm done.
Yeah. Stop ruining it. We battle like in 13 minutes. Whenever this is done, we're battling.
Oh. All right, so he won't see this.
Shh. I'll edit that out of the video. Except I'm not going to do any editing.
Cool. All right. So,
let's just hope he doesn't watch. Okay, so moving on to your number 3. My number 2. Stocktone Heatrance. You. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're the highest combined of the 2 in rank.
Wow, and I didn't even move myself.
Want me to talk about you first?
Sure.
Because that was mostly my notes for that game were about your playing skills.
I would have not. Sure, we didn't make a lot of plays, so you can go.
Okay, starting off, you probably brought the best team that you could have for this matchup, which is nice. You got rid of your only threats to Blacephalon, so walls, and then late game you played very well, keeping the rocks off so that your Blacephalon could stay healthy and come back in and deal with what he had left. So very well playing around with that.
Yeah.
What else do I have? My notes are scattered.
That's okay.
I'm not very organized.
Honestly, that's... You know what else I forgot to mention? If you want me to let you talk at a later time.
Sure, go for it. I should organize.
I was expecting other ones! Okay, I, don't really think this is more about skill, though. All I really have to do is prep for Blacephalon. Because I was expecting, a Mamoswine Raikou combo to really pressure my Blastoise.
Oh yeah, I also had notes that he maybe should have brought that with the Thick Vet, maybe an Assault Vest set, maybe a Sash set. Just needs to keep off hazards, can take the hit, and then Revenge with EQ.
That's true. It would have been great. It would have left my Blastoise really low, though. I think having Protect
Ground Ice would have been nice. Priority Ice Hard for the Staraptor, since it was most likely scarfed.
That's true.
4 times
it's a good
effective
thing I don't
against
have.
Banning.
You're right. Ground Ice does a lot.
Good thing you have one of them.
No, I suppose I sort of tried not to reveal too much.
Because you might face them in playoffs.
That's yes, smart. I see that happening now that I'm saying, telling him essentially what mons to bring. So, I'm going to have to prep more for Mamoswine and Raikou next time.
It's the perk of being in PR. You get to reveal your secrets to everyone so that they can demolish you.
That's true.
You're your own worst enemy.
Yeah. I'll just run memes and shit. I'll see how.
Yeah, most of my notes were about your Blacephalon. While playing with Blacephalon, getting the Side Shot, getting the Shadow Ball, hitting Power Ground for and Shuka to deal with the Heatran. It's well played, even though you were only got a 2-0, not a 5-0.
You know what? I think I think if I had I could have saved maybe Levany, but I wasn't going to take those risks because one of my issues is that I don't play for differential if it's against.
It's a win or win. Don't get the lose.
Yeah. So.
Especially with only 10 players, each win really counts.
That's true. I have some chances to sweep with a few mons. So.
Not against me and Stack Attacker.
Oh, you're not the boss of me. We'll see.
What do you got for a well-played Stacker, huh? Nothing.
I have. Don't I have a Megalopony?
Hello, under Trick Room, bodied.
Man, I'm gonna have to rely on Cookie now, but
I'm totally not bringing Trick Room Stacker against you. Wait, don't we face next week? I think we face next week.
Wow.
You totally did not hear any of that.
No. Trick Room, Stack Attack? I don't know it.
Totally not bringing it.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say about yourself before we sign off?
No. I feel super vulnerable about, like, what to reveal about my set, so I think I'm gonna stop there.
Okay.
Nothing else to say.
And that is all we have for this week in PRs. Join us again next week when we discuss me and Nada. No, that's for week 3. Not week 2.
That's for week 3. This is week 2 right now.
I'm confused because we're doing week 1 during week 2, and it's like confusing. So you'll have to wait two episodes to see us reveal everything in the heated match-off between me and
talk about the memes, of course.
Yeah, I'm totally just gonna style you, finesse all over.
Man, that upsets me so much, but at the same time, we can't really do anything about that.
So, bye-bye!
Bye, guys.